privileged to be in this position to travel around the country with my husband. We have seen so much. The one thing we have seen that has just been so inspiring are the young people. You know, when this race first started, folks told us that you can't count on young people. They said that. You know, they said if you're going to invest a whole lot of time in young people, it's a waste of time. That's what the traditional folks said. Because they said, you know, you'll get enthusiastic, you'll come to a rally, but you won't vote, you won't register. But we didn't believe that. We believed that if we reached out and talked to you where you lived and talked about the issues that were important to you, that you would be engaged. And that's what we've seen. Millions of young people who have never been involved in politics who are telling us that they are finding their voice for the very first time, and we are proud of you, proud of everything you've done in this campaign. But we are also proud of our not-so-young folks, as I call them. All right, let's hear it for the not-so-young folks. Millions of you as well. And there is something powerful about coming up to somebody who's in their 50s or 60s or 70s who will tell you that they've never voted ever in their life. But they said this time is different. This time they want to be engaged. Or the not-so-young person who will say, I have never thought in my days that I'd see something like this happening. That I feel this kind of energy again for a campaign or a candidate.
Or do you want to try it again?
And when you see somebody who's in their 80s,
the second one,
with these tears streaming down their face, and they tell you that they didn't think they'd live to see this day. You know, people who have laid the foundation for all of us to be at this point in time, that's something that is so powerful. Watching all these folks all over the country from different races and parties, with different belief systems from different religions. You look over the crowd.
I think that's how much space you have.
And folks are doing things that they never thought they do. They're coming out in the afternoon in the blazing sun to go to a political rally. The folks who aren't as fortunate to live in the beautiful state of Florida, sometimes are standing out in the cold in the snow, holding up signs. Folks are going to volunteer offices, getting on phones, calling up complete strangers, trying to convince them, educate them, sometimes having the phone hung up on you, but you